Hello James, in this video we are going to discuss about working of a refrigerator. Actually this is my college project and I have no plans of making this video publicly available until I am famous also. Okay, so with those 8 minutes in hand, let's begin. Today we are going to discuss about refrigerator, something which we all know about, which we all use in our day-to-day life. Okay, so what is the basic purpose of a refrigerator? We all know it. Will say it's just to extract out heat from a certain chamber, keep it cool so that we can store our food and keep it fresh, right? So basically the refrigerator extracts that heat out from that chamber and it expels it into the surrounding, right? You can check this. You can go to the room which has the refrigerator in your house. It will be slightly warm, right? So it extracts that heat out. It does not consume to itself. It just expels it out. Okay. So even if you read the manual, which I'm sure you won't, it says it is normal for the sides of the refrigerator to get warm, which again shows that the refrigerator expels the heat out from that certain chamber or the portion. Okay. So now comparing it with a naive situation, right? A situation which we see in our day-to-day life. Suppose we have a hot cup of coffee, okay, or a hot cup of tea, okay. Now we keep it in our room at room temperature. Now that tea or coffee will cool down as time passes, right? So we all have this general notion that heat flows from an object at higher temperature to something which is at lower temperature, right? From an object to at higher temperature to surrounding which is at lower temperature. The heat flow is that way. But this guy, refrigerator, is doing something very opposite to it, right? It is taking out heat from that cold section, right? That chamber is cold and it's throwing that heat out into the surrounding which is at higher temperature. So how is it doing this? Can you think about it? The answer is not very difficult. We can easily think, if we just go one step ahead, it's electricity. Okay, so let's write that down. So actually the correct term will be electrical power. Okay, electrical power or electrical work. Okay, so the electrical work, so the work is done on the system so that it extracts out heat from that cold chamber and it throws it out. Okay, so the electrical work, I'll say, of course, right, the refrigerator does not work without electricity. If you don't have electricity, it won't do its job, right? So electrical work, this is the point, that electrical work drives heat from cold chamber to surrounding. Okay, the work is done on the system extracts out heat from the colder section and throws it out to the surrounding, drives the heat from cold section to surrounding. Okay, now let us just have a systematic representation of what we talk about. Now let's do it, systematic representation of this thing. Okay, so here we have that engine or a refrigerator. Okay, we are using some engineering terms over here. This will say it is our cold chamber. Okay, this is our cold chamber and this is our surrounding. Okay, actually source sensing, but let's not use that. Okay. Okay, so we know both of them are at certain temperature. Let's say the cold chamber is at temperature T1 and the surrounding is at temperature T2. Of course, the cold chamber is cool and it has a temperature lower than the surrounding, right? It's cool inside, right? It's cool inside the refrigerator. So of course, T1 is less than T2. Okay, so what did I say? The refrigerator, which is our engine in this case, will extract out heat. Okay, it will extract out heat from this cold section. Let's say it as Q2. Okay, we'll take the heat expelled to be Q1. That is how my book suggests. Okay, anyways, so it will take out heat from that cold section. Let's name it Q2 amount of heat, and work is done, right? This is the electrical work due to which it extracted that heat out. Okay, so this is the work done, electrical work, I'll say. electrical work is done, that amount of heat is extracted from the cold chamber. Now some amount of heat will be thrown out, right? That, let that be Q1. So we can conserve energy over here, okay? By energy conservation, simply treating heat as a form of energy loosely, okay? Though it's a way of transfer of energy, let's treat it as a form of energy, loosely stating it. So okay, so let's conserve it in our scenario. So we'll say this heat which is extracted plus the work done on the system, heat which is extracted plus the work done on the system will be equal to the heat expelled, right? Whatever the heat is absorbed from the cold chamber plus the work which is done on the system will be equal to the heat which is thrown out. Okay, so let us write that Q2 plus W is equal to Q1, right? Or let's bring it in the form of W. So what is the work done? It is Q1 minus Q2, heat expelled minus heat absorbed, Q1 minus Q2. Okay, so that is simple. Okay, now if I ask you about what is a good fridge, okay, how will you know whether a fridge is good or not? Now don't suggest me company names, I want something scientific. Okay, so let's go to that. Let's go and answer how will you choose a good fridge. Okay, so as to answer that question scientifically, we have a factor alpha. So as to answer what is a good fridge, we have alpha. So this is coefficient of performance. So the higher the value of this alpha, coefficient of performance, higher the value means better fridge. Okay. So can you find a relation for that alpha? Okay. What are the features of a good fridge? Okay, tell me based on this, today's knowledge. Okay. Find a relation between alpha and this terms over here. Okay. So for a good fridge, what should be Q2? Okay, Q2 is the heat extracted from the cold chamber. Should it be high or should it be low? High, of course, right? Because it should extract, a good fridge should extract more amount of heat from the cold chamber, right? More heat means it is keeping that cold chamber even more cold, right? Q2 should be high. This is heat removed, right? Heat is removed. So it is cooling down that chamber. Okay, so Q2 should be high for a good fridge. One thing we got. Now tell me about this work, electrical work. Now this electrical work is something which we are providing. This is electrical power which we are providing through electricity, right? So it is something which we are spending on it. So it should be less, right? We don't want to waste electricity on this. Okay, so the work should be less and the heat extracted should be more. So basically we can find the relation from here. So Q2 will come in the numerator, direct relation, and that W, the work, will come in the denominator. Also you can substitute for work from here. Okay, work is Q1 minus Q2. So that will give us alpha equals Q2 upon Q1 minus Q2. Okay. So higher the value of this alpha, better will be the fridge. Okay, you can also use the relation Q1 by Q2 is equal to T1 by T2 and obtain a relation for alpha based on the in terms of temperature, the temperature between which the fridge works. So the next time you go to buy a refrigerator, do check out for the value of alpha. Okay, so that's all for today's lecture. I hope you all enjoyed it. Ma'am, I'll be happy to have my marks in the comment section. Anyways, I'll see you soon in the next class. Till then, keep enjoying physics.